Here at St James's Palace, Prince Charles has hosted a reception to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the Kindertransport. The rescue mission saved approximately 10,000 children, most of whom were Jewish. As the pre-war persecution of Jewish people intensified, a group of British Jewish leaders, including the British Jewish Refugee Committee, appealed to members of Parliament, and eventually it was agreed that children under the age of 17 should be permitted to enter the United Kingdom temporarily. Youngsters from Austria, Germany, Poland and Czechoslovakia boarded the Kindertransport in Berlin, Prague and Vienna. After crossing the Dutch and Belgian borders, they arrived in the UK by boat. The minors were given temporary travel documents as it was thought they would be reunited with their parents at a later date. However, most of them never saw their parents again. Renata Collins was 5 years old when she came to Wales.
I was the last one on Sir Nicholas Winton's trains from Prague. I was literally the last one and the youngest one on it. And I came in the end of June 1939. So I remember being on Prague station and thinking I was going on holidays. And of course my mother knew that she would never see me again, and she never did, and I lost 64 members of my family. So I had literally no one.
Given the ages of those involved, this year's anniversary might be the last big reunion of its kind. Kurt Stern travelled to England on the Kindertransport before moving to Israel to start a family of his own. He attended the reception and paid tribute to Prince Charles.
He honours the children who came to England. Not all of us stayed in England, I myself didn't, but he's honouring the children who tributed to the different nations they made their home in. I think I'm speaking for most of the children who arrived in Liverpool Street. Not in their wildest dream, they imagined that they will be invited to the palace.
Daniel Rubin was 8 years old when he arrived in the UK. He attended the reception with his son Isaac and presented Prince Charles with a book on behalf of his family.
We're grateful to the people who took us in. We learned English in a few weeks because we couldn't speak to anybody else otherwise. And since then we're very grateful to the British government and for all the times we've been here. They're very good to us and we've got no complaints.
Reception was terrific. Prince Charles was terrific. He went round through 3 different rooms, speaking to all the guests, and he really spent time with everyone. One didn't feel it was rushed at all.
Melissa Hacker, president of the Kindertransport Association, was also in attendance. She believes we can all learn from this exceptional act of rescue.
The Kindertransport is important to preserve as an aspect of Holocaust history because it's one where people helped and made a difference, and it shows how in current events of genocide people can help and you don't have to wring your hands and do nothing.
The kindness of those involved in arranging safe passage and providing homes for the children has not been forgotten, and their actions continue to be remembered by future generations. And what's key is that all who have attended here today are grateful to the British government for their passport to freedom. This is Celestina Olulode for JN1 in London.